Hi, I'm Saif. This is the With Saif podcast. This is episode 1. Tell it to me like I'm 10. This podcast was made specifically for, the kids can watch it too, but it's made for adults and especially parents to see how a kid, especially a 10-year-old, sees the world around them. I'm also a big fan of Rubik's Cubing. Alright.
Cool stuff. So Saif, we'll start with asking you a few questions just to know you a little bit more better.
Sure.
Can you tell us what's your favorite piece of technology and why do you love it?
What's my favorite piece of technology? There's a lot of things I can choose from, especially old technology and new technology. But there's something I would really love. Drones. They're so fun to use. I think the reason they're fun to use is because you basically gain the ability of flight without flying. Like if it has a camera on it, you can just straight up, you can control it where it goes, and you have unlocked flight. Like you can see literally everywhere as long as it's legal to record there. But you can see lots of places that you wouldn't normally be able to see. So I think they're a very interesting piece of technology.
Interesting. Okay, another one for you. If you could have any gadget in the world, real or imaginary, what would it be?
Real or imaginary? That would be very interesting. You know what would be really nice? Not nice, but it would be really interesting to have. Something like similar to Neuralink, but implanted in everybody's brains. But like if I had a gadget that would send messages to people's brains, that would be very interesting. And influencing people's brainwaves to think certain things, because it's possible, yet extremely hard. But I think with our current technology in 10 years, maybe a prototype or a very simple version of it could be implemented. Even if we have chips in our brain that allow us to do it, then that would still work.
Don't you think this is a little bit scary?
It could be, but the thing is, if you really want one of these in your brain in 10 years, you need to pay lots of money.
Okay, cool. A
That's
personal
the same
question.
amount of childbirth.
A personal question for you. What's the coolest app or game you've discovered recently?
This is not sponsored, but Fing. Fing is one of the funniest apps I've ever seen. You know why? Because Fing, you will just go on it, and if you have the premium version, which I don't, but it says this is for the premium version. You go on a Wi-Fi. You listen. Now, this is great for me, who's somebody who's very interested in ethical hacking. Very interesting. You can see the IP addresses of every single device connected to a specific hotspot or Wi-Fi. It's extremely interesting. And if you have the premium version, you can just kick people off. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Okay, let me ask you another one. If you could invent your own app, game or robot, what would it be?
Well, I've already had the idea of doing this multiple times before. I've already done a scientific calculator, but I don't think that thing's ever going to get published. But if I could invent literally anything, honestly, a first-person shooter game that's multiplayer, cross-platform.
Cool.
Because these things barely ever exist, and I need to create one.
Okay.
Using like Kiwi or something.
Now, what would you build if you had unlimited technology and tools?
Unlimited technology and tools. That's very interesting because I've honestly never thought of that before. There's a lot of gadgets around us that would be really nice to have. But if I had unlimited, that's actually a very thought-provoking question. Gaming phones. Gaming phones. These things need to exist. They already do exist, but in fact, a gaming phone. Having a portable gaming device, as somebody as me, who's very interested in gaming, and also everybody that I know and I'm friends with is very interested in gaming. So having a portable gaming device would be amazing.
Cool.
Like, we'll bring back the Game Boy or something, but make it 10 times stronger.
Cool. Now imagine if you were a famous inventor. What problem would you want to solve with technology?
Price, definitely price. You know why? Apple. That company started everything. And that started the domino chain of ridiculously expensive technology. And that's honestly why some people just can't afford it. Because it's crazy expensive nowadays. Like, who the hell is paying $1,000 for an iPhone?
Yeah, especially kids.
Yeah, that's genuinely insane to me.
Okay, let's move to another part.
Alright.
Gaming and fun. What's your favorite video game and how do you think it was made?
I actually have 3 of them. First one, which was this first one I got interested to, Minecraft. It was a very fun game for the time being. Now I don't play it as much because they've added too much features that are just meh. Like, I don't really like them. Minecraft is an overall fun survival game. It's just blocks, but it's a very peaceful and respectable game. It was made by just a guy named Notch who decided to make a block game one day based off Infinecraft, I think that's how you pronounce it.
What's the second one?
Second one is Geometry Dash. The second one I discovered. I got addicted to this game for a very long time. I never was particularly good at it. I mean, it's somewhat famous nowadays, but I haven't played it in a long time. And third one, this is the one I've most recently gotten interested into, and I'm playing a lot of currently, Brawl Stars. Very nice MMORPG action game. Lots of different characters to choose from, lots of different skins. I'll admit, it's a lot of it you have to pay real money, but if you don't want to, you don't need to.
Cool. Now, if you could design your own game, what would it be about?
If you could design my own game, I've already said this before, first-person shooter on a cross-platform.
Interesting. Let's talk a little bit about the future.
Sure.
What do you think technology will look like 10 years from now?
I think we'll be very integrated in everything, including us. Elon Musk's Neuralink has been inserted into a first patient, I think in 2024. First Neuralink has been inserted into somebody's brain with paralysis, and he literally played a chess game with it. It's very interesting. A lot of it will be implemented into us. I think I saw one of a credit card getting implemented directly into your hand, so you could scan like, boop. I think that's very interesting.
Yes.
Like, I mean, if you're going 20 years from now, phones will literally be built in us. Like, we'll have phone vision, like we will see it in our vision. That's what I think.
Interesting. Speaking of the future, do you think robots will ever be able to do everything humans can do?
They already can. That's the sad thing. But not everything though. Robots don't have human emotion and creativity. Sure, they can mimic it, but they will never truly have it, which is something that humans are very distinct at, and is what separates humans from robots, honestly.
Makes sense. Now, a very imaginary question.
Okay.
If you could live on Mars,
Okay.
what tech would you need to take with you?
Anything and everything that we've done to bring to the moon. I mean, if we could, like an inflatable like gas dome thingy that's held up using methane. Because I watch Kretzka's art, I know how it works. You can just build like an inflatable dome. You can inflate it. You can have a small habitat in there. You can have aquifers. You can have everything.
Cool. Now, a personal question for you.
Sure.
If you had the chance to go live on Mars, would you do it?
What time period? Like now or 10 years from now? Or...
Let's say 20 years from now?
I think 20 years from now, first person will already have landed on Mars. But I think that's too early to go to Mars because then that would be, because I want to wait until going to Mars is almost commercial.
Let's talk about your personal opinions.
Sure.
Do you think technology makes life better or harder, and why?
Technology has made life easier in literally every way. And sometimes that's not for the better.
Okay. Have you ever been curious about how computers, apps, or internet work?
I have past tense, but now I already know how they work because I've tried developing apps. I know how a computer works because I have one. And I know how the internet works. I watch lots of YouTube.
Okay. What's something about technology that you find hard to understand or a bit confusing?
Who the hell decided to get a rock, put lightning, make it metal, flatten it, put lightning inside it, and make it a computer? Like the thought, like a mechanical. How the hell did we evolve from mechanical computers to digital ones? It's extremely like confusing in my opinion.
Okay,
Like
cool.
that, there was a very blurry line between what, like, I think Alan Turing invented the universal computer, and then I don't know, and then I have no idea what happened after that, and then it just became all digital.
Interesting. Let's finish this interview with your opinions on the big picture about the technology in general.
Sure.
What's one thing you wish adults understand about how kids use technology?
Kids want to have freedom. Kids want to do whatever they want with technology. Because technology to kids don't fully understand technology. And this is coming from my point of view. Because I'm not going to say I fully understand technology. I don't. I'm very passionate about it. I know a lot about it, more than usual. But when I speak on behalf of all kids, we want freedom. Like, we want to do what we want on the internet. Because the internet is a place that anything can happen. And honestly, sometimes kids don't want to use it for the better. Actually, all the time, because kids don't know how to use it for the better, mostly. So, but kids want freedom. Kids don't want to be told what to do on the internet. Oh, go watch this, go watch that. There's a reason kids are chronically online. We want freedom using the internet, and that's what my parents gave me, and look where I am now.
That's a cool opinion. Well, Saif, it was a very lovely and informative interview with you. We hope to see more episodes with Saif very soon. Till then, thanks a lot for your time.
Thanks a lot for your time, everybody that's watching this, mostly adults actually. But goodbye, everybody. Hope to see you later, maybe in the few coming days. I don't know. Very professional setup, as you can see. But goodbye, everybody. مع السلامة.